Hello traders, good morning. Vladimir here. This is the live market review, European session, 26th of January 2017. Let's go over the charts and see what do we have. Yesterday was very zigzagging day. Basically, it does so for the last week or so, dancing around. If it's basically around all the majors, especially with the Pacifics. New Zealand is the only one that keeps creating higher highs, but each of them following by false breaks. So basically, that's where the warning sign is also coming from. Not wasting time, let's go over the chart and see what do we have. Let's start with the euro dollar, and this one holding the highs still, which brings the bearish pressure on this pair. It broke this trend line, currently live, and that's why we can say while the last stop holds, the pressure remains bearish. It was the same yesterday, it is the same today, and we are expecting for a correction of this triple cycle. We did have two false breaks on the lower time frames. That's what brings us to the idea to have this kind of correction before we continue higher. So on the short term, while the top holds, we are after shorts. Only if the last stop will not hold and we keep the continuation rally, we are going for deeper levels, which could be above 108, maybe even closer to 109. But as I said, it's too early for that right now. We follow closely. New Zealand dollar is around the top levels. All the ideas there are for maximum top. We have the statistics for that, of course. 26 is today, and by the end of the month, we are on good, very good levels. We have great levels also watching on that in terms of action zone 1 and 2. They are very, very powerful levels. Same does the daily, which is very, very close to there. Watching on a daily view, we get bend to bend Bollinger moves with duplication. We did have one false break here, and we might have one false break on the stop, making this as a possible short-term range zone. And we do have a trend line holding here, so again, pressure is basically on. And we did have a bearish hidden divergence on that time, just for possible continuation, which turns to be now a basic type of divergence. 1 plus 1 normally equals 2. This is why looking for shorts is the right thing to do while the two false breaks complete. We did have two false breaks yesterday, 1, 2, both of them followed by divergence. We wanted to get this low, but we couldn't, and we recreated the highs. False break idea is still relevant, of course, just between the biggest views now, the biggest highs, which means we would prefer it to go and drop down to this area to make the short, or alternatively recreate one more high for us, and then to start looking for false break, trendline breakouts, correction in two waves, like boom, boom, breakout, and sell continuation. Will we get it or not? Only time can say. And our job is to follow and see what we have. Pound dollar is another one on the list. This pair has a monster movement, as you can see here, bringing us to the duplication area we have been talking about for a while, and it's there. Okay, but yesterday, as I said, as long as this false break did not complete, we can still ride the rallies, and every two waves down should provide that. We got a very small two waves down here yesterday, but still provided the continuation. Idea would be the same. We are looking for possible sells. That I believe it's about to happen a bit higher, but we are on good zone anyway. So what we need is two false breaks. Until the moment it happens, pressure remains bullish, and this is how we need to refer to that. It's bullish, yet no need to change and to switch. Weekly, daily are obvious here. go with that. Only once the two false breaks complete, it's time to be more careful, watching for possible shorts. Remember that. No, don't rush. Bottom line, do not rush. Simply no need. And of course, follow the false breaks as suggested. Now, Aussie dollar, same story, two false break, but this was the only one that provided us the bearish convergence principle. We got two wave correction. We are holding the trend line. So I would say here, once we got a break of the trend line, we can look for sells variations. So trend line, correction, and potential sells continuation. And it is on our bearish side while the last stop holds. As long as it holds, we can talk about the 32 and 50% of this rallying cycle, which are that's the levels we have here. Okay, so this one again on the list. Only if the top will not hold, we are going for something deeper, probably, and then we will be watching for closer to 07650 or 077 or so. But anyway, as I said, the pressure is here. Let's just see if we can get a setup, basically. Bottom line. Euro New Zealandian, after spiking below the last 4-hour chart low, did not respect the false break with the convergence. This, all right, it didn't respect that. Pulled back, tried to fight, holding here for a while, but couldn't do that. Couldn't complete that. So this one failed, and this opportunity for buys failed. Now the idea remains still bullish, as we are only in a bullish cycle here. The lower we can have it, the better it is. And saying that, we can see that on a 4-hour chart we had kind of a special cycle by itself, or triple cycle, doesn't matter how we name that. The idea is what matters. We do have a bullish divergence of the moving average on the MACD. On the 1-hour chart, this triple cycle had for us a third spot false break, followed by this bullish divergence on the moving averages. And basically, that's a very nice possibility to have this kind of movement, which might turn to be something much bigger, because we are still in a weekly and a daily cycles, which could do really great opportunity for us. So we keep an eye here for longs on a short term. Of course, as for now, it starts from this place, and it's currently in this idea. Okay, long versus this short-term cycle. After that, we will see if we can start and have it on the 4-hour chart rally. So keep an eye here. Definitely want to follow. Now a bit of crosses. Euro pound continues straight, going to the neckline of the head and shoulders. I do think that this bend-to-bend move will find a bottom soon, and this bottom, I believe, would be below 08450, maybe even closer to 084 zone or so. From there, I believe we can start looking for possible short-term reversals. We'll see how it goes. Of course, we don't need to rush there. It's going and building currently, so really no need to do nothing. As you can see, if we go to the extension of 161, that could be even 08350. That's also doable scenario. Of course, that would be the neckline zone, where from we could start and get some correction. I think that it's building something alternative, something like I would say no, this is not correct measurement. That's where divergence got it here. That's why I believe the 08450 slightly lower could be some reversal point, but even if not, this would be our next level to attack and watch. As long as it didn't reach the levels followed by bullish divergences, the pressure remains bearish. So for those of you who are riding the bearish trend line and the bearish movement with all the pullbacks we had during this period, keep it going. No need to change nothing so far. All remains correct and on. Oh, the Kiwi spiked yesterday through the 161.8, making it false break. Still great level we wanted to follow. The false breaks are here, so what we need, remember, is very, very simple. Nothing to do. Beside that, we need to cross above this high, retrace into, and this would be the best buy. Unless you are investment, you're running an investment here, and this is different story as we are riding on a weekly followed by monthly cycle, so it's a bit of different view, of course, for the longer run. So just patience required here, and that's that's the hardest part probably, huh? The patience part. Euro franc, we needed to go and cross above this high, but so far it's just ranging very, very, very boring. I would say nothing to do here, so we still don't do nothing. Bottom line. Euro Canadian. I will talk about the cat franc, so it will be basically the same. Cat franc idea. We had our special cycle here. By ideal, we want to get something like that, and from here start to build up the long position. And this is the same for CAD versus the Japanese yen, which is now completing this cycle. As you can see, the one we've been talking about yesterday. Okay, this, and probably this. We'll be looking for false break here and retrace and kind of correction, which from we are going to look for buys. In terms of levels, CAD and statistics, CAD yen has a very good date. It was yesterday, and yesterday top is already holding, so definitely want to keep an eye on. And we have also great resistance area right here around the 87. It's very powerful zone to look for the possible shorts to come on the short term, intraday probably. And that's basically all. Gold and silver, they're still holding the range. We are looking for the setups as we've been talking about on the beginning of the week. Nothing changed there, just quick reminder. Pound Canadian, still I still want to see the second leg down before jumping in. Currently we didn't have one, so we don't trade that. We keep it on the list. And the one to follow is the New Zealandian Canadian, which I love, and I would want to see something like that here, and then go with the break of the trend line for continuation. And all that is relevant as long as this top holds, because if this top is not holding, we are probably going for extended wave here, something like that, before we are going to re-attack. So play that very, very carefully. Okay, we need the second leg up, then the break of the trend line. We can try the shorts, and it's all about the risk reward here. If we get a good risk reward, we can go with that. If we don't, skip. We're not going to force, that's for sure. And that would be all for today, the European session. And that's all. You have the list, guys. We follow, and we are looking for the best setups. And remember, what doesn't happen today might happen tomorrow. We just need to be there. All right. Remember, that's very, very important. Patience part is the hardest part for traders, because the temptation to go and trade whatever the conditions are so big, and that's why it's also so wrong. Keep the passions. It's a key. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day. Good trading. Yours, Vladimir.